Good morning. Today we have a very fun and special day. One of my interns, it is her last day working with me. She got a job. Yay. I'm so thrilled and happy for her to have a full-time job set up after she graduates law school and passes the bar exam. So today, me and my other intern, we are throwing her a funeral party to mourn her departure. So get ready with me and I'll show you the fit and I'll take you through the day. It's been so crazy. I wanted to address something that one of my colleagues said to me the other day and I thought it was really funny. They were like, you say you're busy all the time, but how do you have time to do these vlog videos? As if I don't work a bajillion hours a day in a week. So first off, I have to put my lotion on anyway. I have to put my makeup on anyway. I have to get ready for the day. I have to get in my car. I have to travel. There's a lot of things that I have to do whether I'm filming it or not. Also, this is like a stream of consciousness. So if I wasn't saying it to a camera, I'd be saying it in my head anyway. Yes, there's editing, but also if you look at these vlog videos, you will see that there's several where like, you only get half the day. And that's because by halfway through the day, all the stuff I'm not showing you that is like the work that I'm doing for my clients, cases, whatever. And I sometimes will show like going to the courthouse, but I don't ever show myself in the courthouse really. There's a lot that happens. So these videos range from anywhere between like 6-7 minutes up to like 20. And I would just say from an editing and posting perspective, I am probably only spending as much time or less as the video is long. So, I mean, can you not find an extra 20 minutes in your day? Now, to be fair, they don't always get posted timely, and that's because I am really busy. So, it's rare that they're posted the same day or even the next day. It's usually a few days later. Because, yeah, sometimes finding that extra 30 minutes might be 10 minutes one day, 10 minutes another day. So, you know what? You can keep your thoughts and opinions and your negativity to yourself. I can promise you, I'm working a lot, all the time, and to avoid burnout, I know it might be counterintuitive for some people, but to avoid burnout, doing these vlogs and being sort of active on media platforms, to me, that's a way to make it fun. Because if I'm just doing all of this every single day and not finding a way to make it fun, there's a reason that lawyers and specifically family lawyers burn out. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm kind of having these conversations in my head. And it's a lot more fun for me to share them on the internet. So, yeah, if you're somebody that thinks like, I must have all the time in the world, no. So actually that brings me to today and what's going on. So yes, we're throwing a little funeral party for my intern that's leaving, but we've got a full docket this afternoon. So this morning I'll be at the Family Law Pro Bono Clinic for the Campbell Law School that I work at. So I'll be there until 11:30. And then I will get into my office at 12 and my interns will meet me. And yes, we're gonna like laugh and joke about how cute and funny this whole funeral theme is. But let me tell you what, we're gonna be getting started on work immediately. I think I have 3 or 4 consults this afternoon. I also have a client meeting with a client that I'm supposed to be reviewing a prenup for, that the prenup is not ready to review. Now, this happens sometimes where it's just not fully executed. I will say this one's on me. Their wedding is several months from now, so it's not like an urgent prenup. Sometimes I have people come in a few weeks or a month before, and that kind of gets highest priority. This one is not like super high priority in the sense that there's time. So it doesn't mean it doesn't matter. It just means we've got time. And for whatever reason, this client, I think, was just like excited, anxious. I get it. People pay me money and then they're like, I want a result. And at a minimum, it usually takes me 2 weeks to have a good working draft. And that's usually for like a simple prenup. Reason being, I have other cases. I have court. I have other things going on. So I kind of put things in priority categories, and then that's how I address them. Well, right after sending me the information to start on the prenup, a few days later, they booked a meeting with me to review it. And I'm like, there's no draft. And what I should have said is usually at a minimum, it takes me 2 weeks once I get what I need to begin. And instead I was like, no, I'll have you a draft by this day next week. And then you should schedule a meeting the next day. And this is like more in my urgent category of timing for stuff for prenups and drafting. And I don't know why I did that. I get excited too. I want to give my clients the world. I want to be on their timeline. But unfortunately, just the way this goes, there are cases that have a much higher priority in the grand scheme of like the current landscape of my time and my firm's time and my energy. And so I should have given, I think it's very reasonable that I could have done my normal timeline. I was ambitious. I thought I could get to it. I even, like last night, I got home from a networking meeting at 8:20. So I try to be in bed for background and like asleep by 9:30. So I have this bedtime alarm that goes off and it puts my phone on Do Not Disturb. And it's basically like, hey, you need to be winding down. That went off the second I walked into my door for the first time to wind down, and had not had dinner yet. So had dinner, and by then it's like 8:45, 9 o'clock. My brain function, and I know some people are night owls, I am an early bird. I'm an early bird, and I like to be asleep early. And so I pulled my computer out and was going to start working on this draft, and I just realized, like, it's a contract, and it's a very specific, important contract, and so I need to get it right. It's not a mindless activity to work on a prenup draft and, like, sit in front of the TV kind of thing. And so after about 5 minutes of staring at my screen and basically not comprehending anything because my brain was dead, I had to call it. And I hate that because I very, very, very rarely don't meet deadlines. But to an extent, this was a self-imposed deadline that was outside of my typical time frame. So I'm trying to give myself grace. I hope the client will as well. So I'm going to do my best to get something pulled together. Oh gosh, this probably looks like so weird on camera. I'm going to try to get at least like a half done draft. I've maybe done a quarter of it. I wanted to have a full draft to review, but honestly, this is a more complicated prenup than the majority of them are. So I also think it's reasonable to only have half of it done because the meeting is only scheduled for 45 minutes and it will probably be a meeting that takes longer than that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just rationalizing. I do hate when I don't deliver on deadlines that I've made. So not thrilled about that, but life goes on. I just I didn't have the mental capacity to be able to work on it last night and do a good job. I've done it a few times in the past with things. The next morning I look at it and I spend more time fixing things that I just didn't get right because I was too tired to be as diligent and careful as I usually am. So all that to say, I've got to find time to draft that. I've also got client meetings. So I don't know how much just chill fun time we're going to have at our funeral afternoon, but I love that we're doing something cute for her. She is such a gem. If I had all the money in the world and the business was at the point where I could hire 2 people, she'd have a job offer. But unfortunately, the reality of it is the business is just not in the position to hire 2 attorneys at the same time at this juncture. So I'm so glad she found employment. Everything she's told me sounds wonderful. So I think she's hopefully going to be happy and get some good mentorship. And I'm always here to answer questions. So hopefully she'll still reach out when she has stuff going on. And I've got to fix this hair. I think I'm going to like blow dry. Actually, maybe it's okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I need to steam my funeral dress and grab some coffee, do a few other things. I'll catch up with you. Alrighty, here is the funeral fit. It is going to be like 70, 80 degrees today, but I went with the tights. I just thought, I commit to a bit. Oh, can't figure out this camera. I commit to a bit, and this seemed, I wanted to do all black with a little funsy fun. So going to get coffee, then in the car, off to the clinic, and hopefully I'll get some fun little videos at the office today. Doodles! The clinic was good today. I got to answer some fun financial hypothetical questions for some of the students who are working on a negotiation project for class that happens to be a family law negotiation, so my area of expertise, and did get to do just a little bit of work on the prenup I'm working on because I've got to meet with the client this afternoon, and thankfully made some good progress. And I also had my very first Brains article come out. So Brains is a business magazine. I think it's headquartered in the UK, but it's like one of the largest big business magazines in the world. And I don't even know I was referred. You have to be referred. There's this whole process, but I had to kind of interview and get selected as a contributor. So every month for the next 12 months, I will have one article come out. Today is the do's and don'ts of divorce, how to break up without breaking down. And I literally break it down, puns, and have a playlist and song options for each section. So check it out. I'll try to remember to throw the link in my little description section. But now it's time for the funeral. I've got my all black on. I literally have black tights on. When I woke up this morning, it was 70 degrees. Let's see what temperature it is now. It's currently 76 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have tights on. That's how much I love a bit. This is how much I love an event and love a theme. So stay tuned for some cutesy little shots of that. There probably will not be a lot of vlog the rest of the day because, oh my gosh, we have so much work to do. But I will try to document as much as I can. Toodaloo!
Today we gather in solemn assembly to bid farewell to Jenna, quite the paragon, truly. No longer will you draft our motions or plead, or fight the good fight for a snack break's need. In Prenup Girl merch, you've shown great finesse, your creativity sharp, your execution no less. But now, dear Jenna, your time has come to leave the commons and take on a new drum. You've cross-examined our deadlines with grace. You've tamed Carly's chaos and kept up the pace. No email too long, no statute too dense. You've helped us through when clients make no sense. The office will miss your legal might, your complaint reviews, and your legal insight. You've briefed us on law and on life, too. And now, dear friend, it's time to renew. So let's raise our glasses, not in sorrow, but to your future, a bright new tomorrow. May your new role bring you more domestic disputes, more hearings that make you don your snappy suits. Farewell, Jenna, we'll miss you at Strive. On to Campbell Law, where we know you'll thrive. Here's to success and to all that you do, and if you need us, we'll still be in view. XOXO, Carly and Olivia.
Oh! How are you ever going to work anywhere else?
I don't know.
I love that it was
So
a
that's for
poem form.
Yeah.
Did you
Racking up
draft that?
about half of it.